Like a sneaky jalapeno in your burrito. That unexpected heat is shocking, but you can't live without it. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Oh!
What do we smoke a month? Is it 40,000 a month?
We smoke 10 tons of weed at the ranch a month.
It's 40 grand. Ain't that crazy?
Hey, Brittany, when you get back from Russia, I know where you could hang out.
Gotta go hang out with Mike.
40 grand? What? Say that again? I mean,
okay, this is what I understand. How many people work at the ranch, though? So questions. Obviously, so we're not prefacing this with whatever it is we're talking about, and we're probably doing a huge disservice to it.
I think everybody recognized that's Mike Tyson and his boy.
And a guy that he works with? Is that
what do we smoke a month? Is it 40,000 a month?
We smoke 10 tons of weed at the ranch a month.
That's not true.
It's 40 grand. Ain't that crazy?
40 grand in weed, though. What do you think he smokes it out of? That's what I want to know. Are you
40 grand? 40 grand or 40 tons?
40 grand, right?
What do we smoke a month? Is it 40,000 a month?
We smoke 10 tons of weed at the ranch a month.
It's 40 grand. Ain't that crazy?
Or is that 40 grams? No, it must be. What's a gram? I don't even know. But anyway, that's a lot of weed. That's a lot of weed. And 10 tons that's ridiculous because that's a joke. Because we all know an ounce fills up a whole, huge, freezer bag, right? I think it fills up a gallon freezer. I don't know. But an ounce is a lot. Because I have a friend who smokes a lot of pot. He uses one of those little cigarette-looking things, that he calls it a hitter. Yeah. And he puts a little bit in there, and throughout the day, he hits that. And he says when he buys an ounce for him and his wife, who smoke together, it lasts them almost 2 months. So that's got to be a lot. Okay,
but
because I'm sure they smoke out
of this ranch.
Yeah, well, that's true.
And how much working is going on? Maybe you have to employ more people in order to make up for the lack of productivity that you're going to have when it comes to. We've all smoked weed at one point in our time, at one point in our life, and who knows? It does diminish the productivity that's going on. What I don't understand is if Mike Tyson has a big portion of this that he sells, that he smokes, how was he able to beat that guy up on that JetBlue flight? Or maybe that's what caused him to be like, oh, right, everything's cool. And then when he reached his breaking point,
Maybe he wasn't able to. When you smoke that much weed, you have to probably smoke it all the time to maintain that high. You or I go smoke some weed, we're going to be high for a couple hours. Mike Tyson, he's probably high for 20 minutes. And then he had to get on a plane, and he couldn't smoke, so what's he going to do? You can't vape, you can't smoke, so he punches a guy in the face because he's, he needs his pot.
Yeah, the sugar high is worn off.
Yeah, speculating here. But, yeah. And then when you smoke that much weed...
I can actually see that. My dad, I believe, has a very high tolerance.
Your dad smokes some pot, right? What's his apparatus? When you smoke a lot of pot, are you a bong guy?
Old school water pipe, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's gross to me. That water is so gross. You look at it, stuff's floating around
but when
in there.
You've been doing it that way since the 70s, it's just the way you do it.
Yeah, you don't care. You don't care about it. I've seen people put ice cubes in their pot, in their water bong to cool it down. Little Willie style, what's going on, right? You could weigh in. I think he's told me before he likes to put ice in his bong. So...
I always like the people that can like fashion an apple out of a bong out of an apple. That's my favorite.
Fashion, like it's Survivor Man.
No, it is. It is. And they're like, hey, we don't got anything. No, that's what true weed smokers do. It does not matter. You could be in the desert, right? Nothing at your disposal, and they'll figure out a way. It's like that stand-up piece we were talking about legalizing drugs, but you get the druggies to colonize Mars, and you tell them, okay, we're taking all the drugs, we're moving up to Mars. Then we'll figure out a way to get to Mars.
Yeah,
that's what you do with the weed smoker. Like, you would be out in the desert, and there's nothing. There's just rocks and sagebrush, and they'll figure out a way to take the sagebrush and the rock and make a bong out of it.
It's amazing what stoners will do to get high. They could just use that energy to solve world problems. I mean,
I've done road trips before, back before marijuana was legal, and the guys are like, "Hey, let's stop in Medford, Oregon, because let's play some pool at a bar." And within 30 minutes of playing pool at a bar, they're like, "All right, we're going over to this guy's house. We're going to buy something. We'll be back in about 45 minutes, and then we'll take off. We'll hit the road again." I was like, "What the hell?"
One of my trips I did this year when I went fishing and camping with a bunch of buddies for a week, we had an old school pot smoker, and there were 7 of us. And so we had and of the 7 of us, 2 of them were pot smokers. One of them was old school. He was the one that I told you about with the hitter, and the other one had the vape pen. All right. Now, these are 2 different strategies of getting high. The guy with the vape pen, man, he was on that thing all day, and he was just ridiculous. The other guy paced it out a little bit. I think the vape pen goes down smoother, so you're just high the whole time. And the other way, there's a little bit of harshness to the smoke. So, you break it up with having a beer or something. This other guy, he's just, every time I turned around,
it's too easy.
He's offering it to, hey, you guys want to hit? And I'm thinking, well, you know what? I just went to Jamaica, came back, didn't get COVID. I don't know if I want to be passing everything around with everybody. That's the other thing about weed smokers. They don't care about anything.
No,
COVID, monkeypox, it doesn't matter if you can get high.
The lady yesterday that washed her hands after the napkin. The weed smokers not going to wash their hands after the poison napkin.
Definitely not after they pass a joint or a vape pen or any water pipe. They don't care. They don't care. They're like, yeah, we're cool.
That's the same argument that the health departments across the United States came into with vaping. Like vaping, remember when vaping came on the scene, it was seen as a healthier alternative to cigarette smoking. Well, the problem is it's too easy, and you continue to chase it. You get more nicotine from it because there was not that barrier of harsh smoke going into your lungs.
And that was my argument with
causing you to cough. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Anyways, so there you go. Once again, that's a lot of weed.
What do we smoke a month? Is it 40,000 a month?
We smoke 10 tons of weed at the ranch a month.
It's 40 grand. Ain't that crazy?
How high are you think when they recorded that? We smoke 10 tons of weed, bro.
That's another thing to take into consideration here. Like, pothead math is not the best math.
No. It works, though, for them.
Spending 4 hours in a box together every day can make you say crazy things.
Don't go crazy.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
You talk about making... What's your sausage hack at McDonald's? You get like 2 sandwiches
I get the
and you make
2,
it into 1.
Yeah, you get buy one get one for $1 sausage McMuffins, and then what you do is you take the 2 sausage McMuffins, you open them up, you throw out the bread that doesn't have any cheese on it, and then you have a double meat, double cheese when you put it together. It's pretty filling. And I do the same with the it's big when you do it with the McDoubles because it's 4 patties of meat, but that's all you need, man. It's 2 McDoubles, right? But you throw the bread out that doesn't have the cheese on it, and then you put it together. That's a 4x2. Because they only give you 2 slices of cheese.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, 1 slice of cheese on a McDouble.
Small.
They're very
small. The patties are tiny.
But I got to tell you, dude, you do 2 McDoubles, throw out that bread. Because if you eat 2 of those bread, listen, all that extra carbs and you're going to feel so full. But if you throw those other pieces away and you make it a 1 4-patty sandwich, it goes down a little easier.
What do you do with the Big Mac?
I don't eat
There's
Big
a reason
Macs
why
anymore.
I'm asking.
I don't do Big Macs anymore. I do a McDouble, add Big Mac sauce and shredded lettuce.
Oh, because it's cheap.
It's cheap.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
Well, maybe this is.
And I don't like that. I don't need that bread.
As I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Go ahead.
In the UK and in Italy, they have. I'm sorry. In UK and Ireland, I shouldn't have said Italy. Basically, the United Kingdom. They are rolling out the chicken Big Mac.
Oh.
And this is chicken. So basically the chicken patties look like big chicken nuggets, okay? So it's not like the chicken patty that we get here.
On a McChicken sandwich?
Yeah, on a McChicken sandwich. It's a little different.
I like that sandwich. It's pretty good. Mayonnaise, shredded lettuce, chicken. I like the spicy one, but
I've never gotten chicken sandwich at McDonald's. I
my
figure if I'm
gosh,
going to make the
really?
chicken sandwich leap, I'm going to go somewhere where they make a good chicken sandwich.
oh, they're cheap. See, that's the thing. Like, if you wanted to get like a McDouble and a McChicken sandwich, because, you know, that's the only time I do it. But you're right. There's much better chicken sandwiches out there. Like Arby's. Because Arby's, they put ranch on it. They put ranch on it. I'm not doing that justice.
So does Jack in the Box.
No, but
Jack in the Box.
You know what I'm
Jack
talking
in the
about?
Box
The
is-
commercial. The commercial. The guy's voice. He's hilarious. Do you
No, I
not? Do you
know.
not see Arby's commercials?
I see Arby's commercials.
You know, it used
Every
to be
once in a while.
we have the beef or we have the meats. Now it's they put ranch on it. I always get a kick out of him. Maybe it's because I've been hanging out with Mike Tyson too long.
The chicken Big Mac. See, I always thought that the Big Mac was not appropriately priced unless they're having like some kind of deal on it. Like I think that the Big Mac is like all is an extra piece of bread and a bunch of lettuce and
On a
some
McDouble.
pickles, right?
Yeah, it's the same patty.
They're doing the same exact thing. They're just replacing the burgers with the chicken patties.
Too much bread.
Does that? Yeah, especially with the chicken. Like ease up on the bread, but you can always take that middle bread and throw it out. I mean,
Or you
don't
can
have
just
to-
buy a McDouble and, you know, add Big Mac sauce and shredded lettuce. They don't charge you. Or they didn't used to.
The only problem with the chicken Big Mac is it's just that one, the two patties, that one type. Like if they made it spicy, I might be down, and I might be down to keep that bread in the middle. And the spiciness with the sauce would probably be a good balance, don't you think?
Yeah. What
like
are they?
a spicy
Are
chicken
they putting
mac?
this just like a chicken sandwich with a piece of bread in the middle? I mean, is it just mayonnaise, shredded lettuce?
Yes, that's all it is. Cheese, lettuce, middle bread. Middle bread. Middle bread's the weirdest concept to me.
Yeah.
Yet it's been so hugely successful.
Well, the only thing I think a middle
for
bread is good
McDonald's.
in, there's two sandwiches, all right? And they're both very similar. Just one's heated. And one is the club sandwich. The clubhouse sandwich, I like the middle bread. And number two is the Monte Cristo. The Monte Cristo is pretty much a clubhouse sandwich, you know, dipped in some egg, and so it should have middle. I actually had a Monte Cristo sandwich the other day, and it didn't have the middle bread. It wasn't done right. It was thrown together. It was very disappointing. The middle bread is important on the Monte Cristo as well as the club. Everything else, I think, is overkill, including a Big Mac. Because I used to do that. I used to take the middle bread out. But then I realized, my buddy's like, hey, why do you do that when you just order a McDouble? And then it's way cheaper. Because I think a Big Mac is like $5-something bucks. McDouble's like $1.49. It might be
They're
more
looking
now.
to start rolling this out in the United States.
But come on, let's be honest, huh? The fat hungover guy in me, he's going to try it.
With the middle bread?
Yeah, I don't eat McDonald's usually unless it's a hangover situation.
Remember Sundays when they used to do like cheap cheeseburgers? How many cheeseburgers? You'd buy the max. You'd buy whatever they would allow you to buy. I think it was 10.
At
So,
39
like-
cents? I mean, back
Yeah,
in the
30
day, hamburgers were 29, cheeseburgers were 39.
I remember I'd get 10 just in case, and I'd throw away like 3. And give 2 of them to my dog.
And 2 of them be a roommate. We had a roommate that would just eat nothing but McDonald's.
Right, here you go. $3.90.
We'd put them in the fridge.
whole house.
It's like, how long have those been in there? I don't know, probably since last
Bring
weekend.
that back, McDonald's. That's what I want to see brought back. The Sunday cheeseburger, all-you-can-eat fest. That was good stuff. So, anyways, let's look for it coming to the United States very soon, according to the McDonald's CEO. It's going to be a priority area, but they still haven't announced where and when. That's just that it's been pretty... Oh, wait, hold on a second. I didn't read the very last line in the article. Rolled out later this month for a limited time at select Miami locations. God. How come they can't ever just go, like, they always, like, it's like, okay, we're going to try it in, like, 10 restaurants in Los Angeles or 10 restaurants in Miami. Like, just go all in.
I will say the 5 Cities McDonald's right there on the freeway in Pismo by the outlets, they usually get a lot of the experimental stuff. They used to
they do?
anyways. Yes, a lot of the times when we would talk about something, they would have it, other places wouldn't. So, and I always thought that one's the better McDonald's anyways than the one on Grand Avenue. Go to the one on 5 Cities Drive.
Wow, look at you.
Careful. You don't want to learn from this. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
Good morning, it's Jeff and Jeremy here online, KZOZ.com. This NH stuff just won't go away. Wasn't Jan Brady, you watched the Brady Bunch, right? Remember Jan, she had her pretend boyfriend? What was his name? Was it, oh, it was George.
Oh, gosh, I have
George was it Richard Glass or George Glass? I think it was George Glass.
I have no idea.
Well, I saw this story, and this guy's name is Richard Glass, and I thought, oh, my God, that's Jan's boyfriend from Made Up Boyfriend, Fake Boyfriend.
You must have watched a lot of the Brady Bunch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I watched a lot of that Nick TV, Nick at Night, Nick whatever, when I was a little kid. I didn't really like cartoons that much, so I liked a lot of these other shows, Andy Griffith, so on. Even Hogan's Heroes, Clink. Anyways, Richard Glass, it was George Glass, but this is his brother, Richard Glass. He owns a hair salon, and he used to do Anne Heche's hair, and he's been getting a lot of heat lately for providing her drugs, and he says that's completely ridiculous.
There are people who are nice, and there are people that are just evil, making accusations that I had something to do what her toxicology report said. They're saying that she could have gotten the cocaine or the fentanyl from me. I've never done any type of drugs. I don't do that. I'm not that person.
You notice he never said, I didn't give her the drugs. He just said, I've never done it.
Well,
why not come out and say, I didn't give her drugs and I don't do them? There's more.
I just feel a huge remorse. I feel like I could have done something more, like the universe sent her here for me to impact some kind of way. And I just feel like I didn't do everything that I was supposed to do.
Yeah, she drove through somebody's house.
I'm extremely emotional about it.
Yeah.
Because it's just wearing on my heart.
Oh, my God. Get over yourself, bro. Seriously, you couldn't have done anything about it, all right? She had all these drugs in her system. She was drunk. Listen, she had demons for a long time, and it doesn't matter if she got her hair cut with you or went to Fantastic Sam's. She was going to still drive through that house. She was still going to get high and drunk and so on. But he apparently wants everybody to know, Richard Glass, George Glass's brother, Jan's make-believe boyfriend from the Brady Bunch, did not give her the drugs.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
Not a weekly or a regular church visitor, but I've been to many church services. I used to go with my cousin. They're a pretty religious family. They would give to the church. It would come right out of their paychecks until one day that my uncle got really sick after a botched surgery. And was looking for the church to hopefully help him out a little bit because he missed 6 or 7 months of work, almost died, and was in the hospital for I would say months, if not more than weeks. And instead, the church just kept coming to him and said, hey, listen, you're not working. We haven't been getting your donation or whatever that's called. Do you know what it's called? I don't know.
Tithing.
Yeah. We haven't been getting your tithing. And he's
tithing.
Okay, sorry. We haven't been getting your money, all right? Hey, where's our money, buddy? I know you've been in the ICU and you're in the hospital and you almost died 3 times, but we need our money. We need our money.
At that point, especially if you're a house of worship.
And my aunt was just devastated by this. She was hoping that they would be there to support them. And, there were some of their friends that went to the same church came and supported them and at least visited. But the pastor, whatever, nobody showed up until it was time to collect the money, and then they were done. And I don't think they've been back to an organized type church thing in a long time. Now, you've been to church.
I blame them.
You've been to church.
Yeah, mine's on the up and up, though.
Every church I've ever been to, I've never been asked to donate or anything. I mean, I know that plate comes around, and people would put money in. I was a kid, so I didn't even think about it. Nowadays, if I went to church, I would probably throw a 20 in there. Is that good for one service? If you go
we don't do the plate at my church. It's just an envelope that they
Venmo. Is it Venmo or what do you do?
They should, the churches should get into the Venmo business because I got to tell you, I don't give if I don't have cash.
Hey, the IRS is doubling in size. All right, they're going after Venmo people now. If you have more than $600 in your account, they're going to start taxing you on it. That's something to look forward to in 23. But this pastor would literally sit up at this church at the pulpit. Right? Is that what it's called? And preach to his congregation and accuse them of being, lame and poor and broke because they wouldn't give him the money and the things that he desired to be a successful pastor.
I saw this story last week, and I forget why it didn't make the cut for Dumbass of the Day last week, but I think you got good news because it's funny. Like the dude is. Like
this can't be real moment, but it's 2022 and nothing that you would have thought of 2 years ago. None of it's real. None of it's real. So we'll get to that coming up. This pastor, and you get to actually hear him, and then.
He's hilarious.
You can make up your own mind.
And then there's like people making his case for him in the congregation. I'm like, what are you people? Are you get a cut of it? Are you like the salesperson that comes in? Jesus.
And then he
literally Jesus.
Yes. And then he backtracks for Jesus, and that's just as great too. It's all coming up next. It's Dumbass of the Day.
How pathetic can some people be?
You see an Italian guy's tip, right? We make everybody watch. You see that? I gave the guy $5. You see that? I gave him $5. You didn't see it? I'll give him 10. I'll give him 15. Hey, I don't even know if he works here. I'm tipping him anyway. I'm a big shot. This guy gets money, that guy, this guy back here. I can't even see him. I'm tipping him. I don't care. Italian guys will tip at a funeral. Hey, could you get me up front by the body somewhere? See us on vacation. Hey, honey, get a picture of me tipping this guy. We like to tip. That's why we like to go to church, because that collection plate comes around. Put money in the plate, it's like tipping God. No, here, for him. For him, the guy upstairs, for you. For bring it in, for that guy over there, for the nun, for the altar boy father. Come here, go ahead, sit up front.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
We're off to Kansas today, where Pastor Carlton Funderburk kind of lost it against his congregation after he felt that he wasn't given the proper amount of money and gifts. You see, the problem with 2022 is everybody's got a phone and they can pull it out really quick and they can videotape, record things. It sounded something like this.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci. Even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters.
He's got to be kidding, right, though? I mean, this has to be a joke. After the comments got out, he had a reboot, or, he wanted to comment on his comments.
I apologize to every preacher and pastor. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support to me. I deeply regret this moment.
You notice his tone's changed a little bit. From the first time when he was...
A little less in your face.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted. Because of how you've been honoring me.
And I solicit your prayers and your forgiveness. Thank you. God bless you. Go with God, and he'll go with you.
Huh. Interesting.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted.
Yeah, a little different.
I don't do the watch thing. The Movado watch, is that a nice watch?
I don't know. You know what my watch is? Columbia.
What's Columbia?
You have a jacket made by a company called Columbia, don't you? I've seen it.
Yeah, I do. My rain jacket, yeah.
Yeah, my watch is Columbia. See it? I don't know.
My old rain jacket.
Got it
I've had it since 1996. It's the best rain jacket I've ever had. I think I got it for like $15 at Big Five. I had some pants that used to go with it, but I was much bigger then, so I had to go away with the pants. But this is a good rain jacket because I could layer up underneath it.
I wore that Apple Watch for a long time. Now this is just a regular old school watch.
You don't wear the Apple Watch anymore? Probably got sick of like getting told that your heart rate's going up and all that stuff.
And I need to walk more. Exactly.
Enough. That's like, remember Fitbit was like a big deal? Fitbit was a huge deal, and everybody had a Fitbit, and then it went away because everybody didn't want to face the truth of what they really were.
I don't know if that's true. I think Apple Watches just became more popular and more people got them because the big part about Apple is, it's the Fitbit, plus it does all these other things. It gives you calendar reminders.
It's the worst distraction, though. I hate people with Apple Watches because...
I understand what you're saying.
It's like working across from you all the time. You've got to have your Apple Watch and your phone in front of you. And the minute you could be having a conversation with me, we're doing a show. We're professional conversationalists, okay? And we're doing a show, and we get paid for the words that are coming out of our mouths. Yeah, you'll stop down for that just to see what the text message is about.
It could be very important. It could be that there's nukes coming. You just don't know. Or it could say, breathe. It'll also tell me to breathe because you get me all worked up. That's why I had to quit wearing it. It was so distracting. It couldn't be. Yeah, it just tell me to breathe all the time.
It couldn't be the distraction of the watch and the phone that get your blood pressure up, huh?
Anyways, I don't know. This guy's probably going to lose his job, Carlton. Funderburk, boy, you really put your foot in your mouth on this.
Yeah, but the problem with this is he'll just go to another city and do the same damn thing. It's just. That's what they do, man.
It's not very often we give it to a pastor, but congratulations, Carlton. You are Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ. Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.